loves, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I'm Rye and this is Rye's Reading Corner, and today is a super exciting video because Kirsten and I and all of our amazing co-hosts are introducing our read-a-thon called the Enneagramathon, which is based off all of your Enneagram types. So stay tight and see what this read-a-thon has in store for all of you.
About you, feel so special, prettier from the minute that I met you.
Hello loves, again, I'm Rye. If this is the first time you are seeing my face, make sure you hit that subscribe button, or if you haven't hit it yet and you do enjoy watching my videos, it's super easy and it really helps my channel. So, I am so excited to be making this video. My girl Kirsten and I have been wanting to host a read-a-thon, and we kind of didn't really know what we wanted to do. We had some ideas, and then one day we're like, let's do a read-a-thon based off Enneagrams. So here we are. We are doing a read-a-thon called Enneagramathon, and I'm super excited. So buckle up, get a drink, get a snack, get cozy, because this video is going to be all of that information that you need to participate in this video. So very first, when is this going to happen? It takes place from August 1st to August 14th, which is the first 2 weeks of August. So you have plenty of time to get those TBRs ready. So Kirsten and I are pretty competitive people, so we knew we wanted to make this a competitive based read-a-thon. So there are 9 teams, and if you guess it, they are based off your Enneagrams. So if you do not know what your Enneagram is, you can take the official quiz assessment type thing, which comes and tells you with your Enneagram, or if you look down in the description box below, there is a Google Doc with all of this information if you miss anything or need to revisit it. But we have listed out each Enneagram with the character traits that kind of represent that Enneagram. So if you don't want to take the quiz, you can scroll through those, see which one kind of stands out to you, which character traits kind of call to you, and you can pick that team. And then we do ask that you fill out a Google form with which team you are joining, because that will help us keep track of all of your points. So obviously, Kirsten and I can't be captains for every single team, and we wanted to make sure that we included all of our BookTube besties in this read-a-thon. So we have 2 hosts for each of the 9 Enneagrams that they represent those Enneagrams, and they are going to be your team captains. So let's go through and share who everyone's hosts are for each Enneagram, and I'm super excited for this. Okay, so our type 1 team, our hosts are Jess from Books Past Bedtime and Sarah from Sarah Shelves. Enneagram type 2, the hosts are me, Rye from Rye's Reading Corner, and Chelsea from Chelsea Zell. Enneagram 3 type, our team hosts are Laura from Laura's Library Card and Sahar from Basically Bookish Reads. Type 4 team hosts are Nat from Nerdy Nat Reads and Amanda from Ginger Snapped Reads. Our Enneagram 5 is Nicole Lee from Bon Bon Reads and Meredith from Meredith Elizabeth. Enneagram 6 hosts are Gab from Riveting Reads and Darian from Darian Reads. Team captains for type 7 are Haley from Haley Hughes and Eric from Break Even Books. Type 8 team is my other creator of this read-a-thon, Kirsten from Kirsten's Corner, as well as Catherine from Catherine Zofra. And our last team, which is type 9, our captains for type 9 are Isa from Ray or Shine and Britton from Britton Dunaway. So those are my amazing co-hosts. Please all go check them out. All of their YouTube channels are linked down below, and as well as they are posting announcement videos today, so go check them out, because maybe they'll explain it better than I am, because I feel like I'm doing a terrible job. So yes, there are 18 of us. We are ready to take this read-a-thon, and we are rooting for our type teams to win. So how does this read-a-thon work? Each type or team has 3 prompts, and those prompts have to do with the characteristics of that specific type. So for example, I am a type 2, and type 2s really look for like approval from people to like for reassurance. And so one of our prompts is to do a poll pick. So every team has 3 different readathons based off of your specific traits. So for me in this video, I'm just going to talk about the prompts for number 2, but all of the other hosts will be talking about their prompts for their specific team. Then each team has a buddy read, and that buddy read, again, kind of inhibits the character traits and the personality of your type for your team. So for each book that you read for those 3 prompts, you get 1 point. You cannot double up on any of the prompts, and you have to complete those 3 books. Then for the buddy read, we understand that sometimes for a buddy read for your team, you already have read that book and you don't want to reread that book. So we are allowing that you can read any of the buddy reads. So for example, if you're a type 2 and you've already read our buddy read, but you haven't read type 3's buddy read, you can read that as well, and that will get you a point. So total of 4 points. However, you can get more points. So once you finish your assigned prompts, you can go and venture out and complete prompts for the other types. So for example, if I finish all of my prompts for type 2 and I really want to read a book for one of the prompts for type 3, I can go read that prompt and I will get double points. So definitely go above and beyond if you get your team the most points as possible. So again, you cannot go and try other teams' prompts until you have completed your own team prompts. Now, how are we going to keep track of all your points? There is a Google form that you can document all of your reading, and you submit that Google form every time you've read a book, and it will ask you for the prompt, for your team, and for your username, so we can keep track of all of the points. Again, all of that is linked down in the description box below. Also, we do have a Discord group, again, linked down in the description below, and all of those forms will be on there as well. Once you get to the Discord, introduce yourself, say hi. It's going to be a really fun place to chat. There are chat rooms for everyone's type and team, so definitely you can get into the secret room and plot your best strategies to win. I know that's what group 2 is going to be doing. So again, if you don't want to take the test, if you don't know what your Enneagram is, don't worry. We have the Google Doc that kind of explains everything, as well as Kirsten from Kirsten's Corner made all of these amazing graphics that you guys can use in your stories to talk about your TBRs, as well as it gives a little bit of a summary of those character traits that match for each Enneagram. So kind of in a nutshell, I know it's a lot of information, but I promise you it's really simple. We just want to have some fun and celebrate our Enneagrams and with people that we are best friends with here on BookTube. So, like I said, I am going to jump into Team 2's prompts because I am a co-host for Team 2. So again, a type 2's personality is quite fitting for me. So let's quickly just go over that. So type 2 is known as the helper. So some basic character traits for a type 2 are caring, generous, and sincere, which definitely I feel like fits me really well. So our first prompt is to read a romance book. So a character trait a lot of times for a trait 2 is that they just want to be loved, and they're always really worried that someone maybe doesn't, that they're not being loved back, or they want the approval of others and they want that connection with people. So we of course knew that we had to complete a romance prompt. This could be anything. It could be a fantasy romance, a contemporary romance. Some books that I would recommend for you are The Falling in Love Montage by Sierra Smith. This is about two girls during the summer who really don't believe in love at first sight. And they want to kind of do all of the romance that you see in movies, like all these big dates without having that commitment for one another. But obviously that does not go as planned and they end up falling for each other. This does also have a more serious tone because one of our main characters' mother has dementia and she is in a home and she's struggling with wanting to go to college but as well as wanting to stay and take care of her mom. So this story is great. It is sapphic. I absolutely loved it. I read it for Pride Month and it was perfection. So this is one of my recommendations for a romance book. Okay, so my next recommendation is Shipped by Angie Hockman. This is a great summer romance. This is our two main characters. Do not like each other. They work in the same work company. They sell like something to do with like cruises, and the males are definitely treated much better in this book in this workplace, but they're both up for the same position. So they are both sent to go on one of the cruises to kind of get more familiar before they have to do this pitch to see who gets picked for the job. And again, it's a hate to love romance, and you also get a lot into what it's like working in a business or a company where the males are definitely looked better upon than the females. So yeah, it's a great one. It's really fun. It's a quick read, which is great for a read-a-thon, so I would definitely recommend that. All right, so the second prompt for this one, which I already mentioned in the video, is to do a poll pick. So a characteristic of type 2s is that they really kind of look for approval and they want to be loved, and there's a fear of not being approved by people. So we decided to do a poll pick. So this poll pick could be done in the Discord, it can be done on Instagram, it could be done on a YouTube video, it could be done on Twitter, anywhere you want. You can do a poll, and then whatever book wins your poll, that's the book that you will need to read to complete this prompt. Okay, so another one of our prompts is a book from a series. So kind of like what I was saying, you always have that fear of not being loved or not being accepted, and always in the time in a series, you always have that fear that the next book in a series is not going to be as loved and as accepted as maybe the first book in the series, because a lot of times people love the first book and then you read the second one and you're like, wow, that did not live up to the first one. So again, your job is to read a book in a series. So a recommendation I have for this one is you could read one of the books from the Brown Sisters trilogy. These are romance books. They do not have to be read in order, but they do follow the same characters, but they focus on a different sister. So we have Chloe Brown, the first one, Danny Brown, and then Eve Brown came out this year. Those are good ones because a lot of people always talk about which ones they like better. So that would be a great one to do for this prompt. But honestly, pick up any series, a book that, second book in a series or third or whatever, and that would fulfill this prompt. And our group read is one of my favorite books of all time, and that's Monday's Not Coming by Tiffany D. Jackson. So we picked this book because type 2s are usually described as being a best friend. They're the friends that everyone will want to have because they are so caring and they will do anything and go out of their way for their friends. And so our main character in that book is the definition of a great friend. She notices that her friend is not coming to school Monday, and so she does not give up, and she tries to figure out what's going on with her and fight for her, even when nobody else will. And she is the definition of a best friend. I know I would want her as one. So that is our buddy read, our group book. So again, you get 1 point for all the books that you read that are required from your team, and then any of the other prompts that you complete after you do your initial ones, those are extra points for your team, and you get double the points. So again, all of that information is in a Google Docs, so I know this is a lot of information. The sign up teams sheet for your teams is the Google Doc that's linked down below as well, and please join the Discord so you don't miss any of our announcements. We will be doing a reading sprints during those 2 weeks as well, so get the reading done. We'll be here to support you, and it's just a fun readathon, and I know it is a competition, but it's still fun. Also, Kirsten has made tons of graphics. Like I said, you can get those all on our Discord page as well. So feel free, if you have any questions, to reach out to any of the hosts. They're amazing. Go check out their channels, subscribe, check out their announcement videos, and they'll be going into a little bit more depth about their specific books, the prompts that they have for their team. I also will be posting a video between now and the readathon about different books that kind of match a different Enneagram type. So be on the lookout for that. So I can't wait. I hope you join us. It's going to be a lot of fun. So if you never want to miss any of my content, make sure you press that subscribe button. If you want my friend on any of my other social media platforms, Twitter, TikTok, or Instagram, all that information is linked down below. So stay kind, loves, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
Pretty up in front of